So at this point, we have structural columns. What we're going to do now is add in girders that will connect these columns. There's two kinds of girders we're going to use. Basically, the ones in the middle that are going to be loaded from two sides need to be a different size because they're going to have more load on them. And the ones around the outside, those are going to be, and the ones that go through shorter spans don't have to be as sturdy. So that's what we're going to do right now. So what we're going to do is go to second floor framing. And we are going to go to structure and beam. And if you look at this, we have 12 by 26, which is one of the ones we're going to use. To make this efficient, what we're going to do is just use 12 by 26 everywhere, and then we will add in this one as well. So let's go ahead and load in our other beam. So we're going to choose load family, and we're going to go back to our starting directory, and we're going to look for structural framing. We're going to choose steel, and we're going to go to the very last one, W wide flange. And there's only one we're looking for. It's 18 by 55. So we're going to scroll through this very long list, find exactly 18 by 55, which means that it's 18 inches tall, and every linear foot is 55 pounds. Okay, so we're going to click OK, and we have those. I'm going to go ahead and choose detail level fine, and we'll zoom in on that. You can see our girders here. Okay, so let's just go ahead and place these, and we'll make a change. So we're going to click on grid lines, and we're going to go ahead and select everything. Actually, it's not. Okay, there we go. Make sure you're on the grid line. We're going to choose 12 by 26, then select everything. And then when you have all of those selected, you're using 12 by 26, hit finish, and it's going to say none of these are visible. Okay. One of the things we need to be able to do is see what is there so we can remove some and change some things. So we're going to hit escape a couple of times, get back to our second floor plan view, and I'm going to scroll over here to where it says view range. I'm going to warn you very sternly, don't go in here and just change things. You need to make a screenshot of this before you start changing anything, or make a note that it's 7.5 feet, it's 4 feet, it's 0 feet, and it's 0 feet, because it's real easy to break this and it's really hard to get back to where it was. So what we're going to do is we're going to make it offset -2, because our girder is 18 inches deep. That would let us see the full girder, and we're going to make this -2 to match that view depth. Okay, and then we're going to choose apply and OK, and you can see now our grid shows up. All right, we know right here these have got to be heavier, and we've also got girders here that we need to get rid of. So I'm going to try to select these, and notice it's doing a very odd selection pattern. So I'm just trying different things here. I want to get these girders. Nope, it's not going to do it. All right, so what we're going to do is open this up. So I'm going to choose, wow, that's weird. This one, delete that one, delete this one, and delete this one. And then this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and I'm just deleting stuff until I get that area open. If it deletes something you don't want, Control Z is your friend. Okay, if we go to our 3D view now, you should see we have the open area for the gymnasium. All right. The next thing we need to do is all of these that are 25 feet long in the middle, we need to make these a different kind of material, because they're going to be holding a lot more weight than the ones around the outside edge. Okay, and a lot more weight than the ones that are only 20 feet wide. So we're going to go back to our second floor framing, and let's see if we can capture these all at once. It's not cooperating with me, so I'm going to use Control, and we're just going to click on the ones we want to change. So it's everything in the middle. So we're just highlighting these. Just be systematic, work your way from top to bottom. And then these. So anything that runs left and right is going to be a different size. Keep an eye on this section up here. It should always say your shapes, as long as you've got that. Because if you click on a grid, that'll go away. So they all have to be just selecting the beams. All right, so this is what I've selected. All of these in here going left to right. And I'm going to change those to 18 by 55. And if we go to our 3D view, you'll see that those are still selected, and that if you zoom in, you'll see that these are bigger than these. This one is larger than this one. All right, we need to do the same thing with our upper roof. So we're going to go to our upper roof, and let's zoom in a little bit. Let's change our view to fine. And we can't really see the girder, so let's change our view depth a little bit like we did before. And we're going to make this -2 here. Again, be extremely careful when you change these things. Click apply. Now you can see where our girders are. And we're going to add the beams. We're going to choose the 12 by 26. Okay, so we've adjusted the view range so we can see our girders. I changed that to fine, and we want to fill in this area here. So what we're going to do is choose beam, and we want to choose on grids. And then I'm going to just try to hold down shift and select these. It's not working. Zoom out a little bit and see if I can just capture those. Hold down control and click in between. So I selected the first 3, and then I held down my control key and I clicked each line. Those are the girders that I want. They're all going to be 12 by 26, and then we'll change the ones we need to change. So now we're going to go in and choose, hit escape a couple of times, hold down control and click all the ones we want to change to 18 by 55. That's the ones that run left to right that are not on the outer edge. So if I zoom out, I need these 2 as well. So I can see we can verify our selection here, and we're going to change those to 18 by 55. You can see they got thicker. So that is what it should look like for our girders.